Alright, this is my breakdown video for week 1 of Project Portfolio 6. What I did this week is I cleaned up the geometry of the model. I took the hair and there was a thick piece of geometry on top of it that was really kind of ugly and hiding the hair for some reason, and I got rid of that. And now this is all the individual pieces that hopefully I can simulate during next week or the week after, most likely. I took the dress and it had a little bit of colliding geometry in where these wrinkles were, so like specifically like right in here and like right in here it collided with the leg. So I used the Mudbox modeling tools to get rid of that. The shoes were a huge issue for this week because they had this weird piece of geometry that covered the hole, and I thought maybe that it was like a stylized piece, like maybe they make heels like that, but I really couldn't find any, and it was modeled underneath it, so I just decided to get rid of it because it looks better this way. And another thing with the shoes was the way it was modeled. It was modeled, all of these squares were modeled as separate objects. So you'd go to click on the shoes and it would just highlight this one square and it wouldn't highlight the whole thing. So I had to merge the vertices just to fix the shoes up, and then I combined all the separate pieces just to make it one solid object, easy to rig. The other things that I did is I did all the standard cleanup stuff. I exported the character as an FBX, imported it back in, made sure it's the right height, fixed all the normals. One thing that I did this week that I took your advice on was I started playing with mocap. So I added an auto rig to it just to play around with it a little bit, and I downloaded some mocap off Turbo Squid, and I was just kind of playing around learning how to use it, and I think you're right. I think we should go that direction with this instead of making it actually animatable, at least for right now. With the auto rig, I decided to take it off because it just didn't fit the character really well. So I figured I'd just go in to do it manually anyways, just to make it a little bit better, and also add a little bit better weighting and stuff, because whenever the character would raise her arms above her head during the mocap, you could see like it folding in the neck, and the shoulder, like the arm joints were really too far out. Like they were like, it was sized for like a man character instead of a female character. So I'm just gonna do that manually next week to fit the mocap. And I got a different piece of mocap from Mixamo that's pretty nice. It has a nice dance to it, and I plan on applying that next week, as well as fixing the rig and waiting on, or applying the base rig and waiting it on Tuesday, while Thursday I'm going to leave for applying the mocap and then starting to work on end cloth, just kind of breaking up the geometry and, you know, probably weighting the band in so it's tight, but then making the parts that are more loose, you know, have more influence of end cloth. So to summarize it, my plan for next week is to apply the rig, weight the character, and add the mocap, and start playing with end cloth. And that's it.